And hello everyone, all about the gyro here. And this is USF-2000 from Hockenheim Ring. This is the second time I've tried to get this race in. First time, a very unfortunate situation happened, which I cannot comment on publicly. I don't know if it's fully resolved yet. It required me putting in a protest. I was definitely the victim of an untoward act. So assuming this makes it to YouTube, no, this is the second time I've tried this week. We're in the number 2 car in the lowest split. What I will say is I was in P2 before this most unfortunate incident occurred. So I'm definitely owed some iRating, for sure. The iRating swing was something like 100 points between me keeping P2 and the final position I ended up, which I believe was P8 or 9. A little bit of a sour taste in my mouth, so to speak. But we're back here doing it again. It is Le Mans week. We have not done a Le Mans race yet, so we need to do that. And on Mother's Day, it looks like I will be... I may or may not be racing, to be honest. Just because. Okay, 55, which is right. So I can tell you, this car...
speed limit is 31 miles per hour. Pit exit's clear. Push. Okay, Dwayne, we've got 2 laps. Let's get this done.
This car is very fussy on cold tires. So I just want to get a qualifying time in. Then I'll calibrate my wheel. I didn't do that earlier. It's the first race I've done in a couple days. Been a little bit tired. It didn't feel very good yesterday, so I wasn't on. A lot of happenings going on in the iRacing world at the time of this video. There's an official dirt ladder license progression now. We had the NASCAR next-gen cars be released in real life and in sim. And so that's fueling question of an open wheel license. I'll be very curious to see what happens. I just had a little bit of a stutter there. Don't know if you saw that in recording. Very unusual for my iRacing to stutter. Alright. So since I have spun, now I gotta go back around. Very important to qualify well here, because passing is not easy. Let's look at the IMSA races this week. Not been easy. Alright, so we're going to go once more here. See if we can keep it together. Otherwise, we're going to have a big old hole to dig out of. And it's the Mercedes corner that caught me out again. Definitely don't touch the curbs here. Sausage curbs will kill this car instantly. So yeah, will there be an open wheel license? There's a part of me that hopes yes, to be honest.
The leader has just done a 127.7.
It's about a second and change faster than my PB.
P3.
I'll take P3 for right now. Just want to get a time in. Now we're going to go tune the wheel. So I just did that with a slightly askew wheel. And that. And then let's go overhead to the left. Alright, and our wheel is ready. So, let me make sure my force feedback is... Yeah, force feedback is pretty happy. And so let's have a quick look at the results. Right now, P5. I'm okay with that. I think in the other race I did here was P7. It was much, much slower. Much, much slower. So now, as of right now, if I hadn't qualified, I'd only be one position up. But being in the third row is important. Let's look at our incidents, and you're going to see only 3 people had no incidents. Lots of incidents. This is not an easy circuit to get around in this car on cold tires. Once the tires come in, then you'll start seeing a little bit of lockup, and you'll have to like I'm going to go ahead and show you. I run this for the first 2 laps or so and then lower it to 54. Just to give you an idea. Okay, so unless anyone's on circuit, we're going to end up probably being P5. I will happily take P5 in this race. But I am the number 2 car, so it is imperative in terms of iRating to avoid trouble, to not lose time through quick repairs and all that, and we got to avoid carnage, because those individuals that have not raced in a race setup with this car, this is one of those layouts where false dawns happen, as in the hairpin up here catches people out, this double apex hairpin catches people out, the Mercedes corner catches people out like it caught me, this hairpin catches out, and on cold tires it just does. So very, very important.
That's the end of the session, P5.
And I'm pretty happy with P5. But then cars 3, 4, 5, and 6 did not take a time for whatever reason. Now we're on the inside, which I'm really happy about. The other race I was on the outside, and it worked. It did work in my favor. But now we're on the inside. I've equated Hockenheim to being the German Long Beach. There are some similarities between the two. So we're just waiting on the number 1 car to and the number 4. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this as a precaution. I hope I don't have to use it. Alright, there's Giovanni.
The air temp is 78 Fahrenheit, 15 minutes. You really need to get on with it.
So we're just going to get squared away. The timer now is 60 seconds.
We need to follow car number 8
instead of
in
90.
the left column.
So I kind of like that. Trying to get a little heat. And this is a very awkward pit entrance. So the pole sitter is tight instead of on the outside where you can sweep it out.
Okay, Dwayne, are you ready?
Whoa.
Watch for the lights. Go! 15 minutes left.
Someone decided to go climb me over. Someone completely misjudged where I was. But the car isn't broken and I'll take a 4X.
Car left. Clear left.
I got very lucky there. Very, very lucky. So this has kind of worked out in my favor, but in a very unusual way. I was not expecting that. We'll have a replay. Muhammad and Aiden.
P4.
Got one more lap, and then we'll change the brake bias. Now we're seeing the number 3 car come, so I'll be very curious to see how he gets along. And we'll be changing up. Okay, something has happened. And we're back in P2 again. Something has happened. Change to brake bias on the long straight
Leader
here.
has just done a 128.0. Alright, Dwayne, there's a car exiting the pits. Heads up. P2, that lap time was 131.5.
Muhammad is disconnected. We're back in P2 again. And John is in P3. There's been utter carnage. Utter carnage. Now I'm going to be very careful of other cars. We'll have a look at the crazy start. But Giovanni is gone. But he is the number 1 car, and the number 2 car is in second. Keep going. Because what happens if something happens to Giovanni? So I've made the brake change. I've learned from the first attempt here.
The leader's
heat
just
in the
done
tires.
127.6. The car behind is reeling you in. The gap is now 11 seconds. That lap was a 131.6.
Now you have all of the wreckers up here.
Ten minutes remaining. 10 minutes.
And keep this gap, I'll be very happy. Another crazy race here. The other USF race had a lot of carnage too, just in a different way. And a lot of folks are not realizing shift the brake bias down. Such a good car. And this layout, I think, is really good for this car. They got it bang on. Because you can overtake if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, passing is really hard. I'll tell you that right now. Passing is really hard if you don't know what you're doing. About halfway through now.
Yellow flag. Caution.
Very careful there. Only lost about 0.2 of a second there. John will get a clean run, so he should gain that time.
Okay, Dwayne, halfway home. Fuel's good.
Alright, it's halfway home. So 5 to 6 laps to go. And we're in clear space, which I'm very, very happy about.
That's your quickest lap.
And I had a similar race pace. I kind of worked my way into the race in the first attempt. If anything, I had less time in the first race. This time I got really lucky.
P2.
Incredibly lucky.
Yellow flag, watch out.
Didn't know where he was, so I decided to be cautious. John and Lucas are about to battle a little bit. Which helps me. But having time in hand is always a luxury. You don't get that very often in iRacing. Except in endurance races, then you may get
Gap
that.
behind is now 8.2.
Okay, 5.5 minutes. The reason why I checked that is Giovanni is going to do the extra lap because of his pace, unless something terrible happens.
Five minutes to go. You're looking good for a podium.
And we deserve a podium, especially after the last one. We've had a very good strategy here. And we've had good race pace here. Now, can we get it home? All right, Lucas is by. How quick is he is the next question. John has had an off, it looks like. It's going to be very, very important for me to have good laps. The next couple laps are going to be vital. Because Lucas is coming.
The leader has just done a 127.4.
He can chase me down at a second and a half a lap. He can get me. That's why I'm getting on with the getting on, because lap 9, 10, 11.
You've just done a 130.1.
That is an off track, and I don't mind taking it. Time to push.
Two minutes to go, 2 minutes.
It's a lap and a half. Just need to keep it on the road, I think. So we will go the extra lap.
That was 130.3.
Lucas is gaining a lot of time in Sector 2. Notice that? The issue is if he gets in the draft.
Yellow flag.
Thank you, car, for not backing up. I just saw him in the back. He's the red car. All right, final lap, and we're going to have to get after it here because Lucas may get in the draft range.
Okay, Dwayne, one more to go. Keep it together, we'll be on the podium.
He should be in the draft here.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
All right. Lucas Mate kept me honest.
We're on the podium. Good drive.
Very good drive.
Attention.
Very nice. We got what we deserved, actually, there. Alright, so let's go back in time here and see what happened. From the chase cam, so the number 4 car is the one we can look at. That is Lucas. Let's see what happened. And he doesn't realize I'm there. And he didn't realize I was there. He's trying to shoot the gap here. The spotter did not say anything.
Fucking goes green. That's the fucking throttle.
So someone got upset. Thing is, he went into a space that was always disappearing. So, whoa, let's look at this. Someone, wow, I didn't know how lucky I got. Wow. Aiden, let's see if that was... Okay, you can see that he's locked up, but I don't think that's the right person. To be fair, because I'm on the wrong lap. Okay, here we go. So, not knowing he's there. Okay. So who is behind me? Okay, that is the number 9. That is Raphael. 114. Okay, good thing I looked at this. Let's see what happened here. Okay, he comes through. He comes through. Okay. Everybody's wrecking.
When it fucking goes green, that's the fucking throttle.
Alright. Okay. So you actually took the first corner respectably. I wonder if he misjudged. Yeah, he kind of misjudged that. Markedly misjudged it. I don't think he intended to ram because he knows he veered off when he realized what was going on. So let's see if something.
Sorry, guy.
Oh, we have some nice voice chat. Okay. I don't think that was intentional, to be very fair. I think he kind of recognized the error. I just want to make sure because
Pay attention.
in general, oh, he got hit. Ah, bad luck. I feel bad for you, Raphael. You got hit there on somebody else's mess. All right. P2 though. 5x, I don't care. I'll take a safety rating hit. It's the I rating. And Raphael got DQ'd. Mohammed got DQ'd. Caleb got DQ'd. Aiden almost got... Look at this. Look at this. Giovanni had 3 off tracks. I had a 4x at the beginning and then 1 off track. Lucas, his 4x... I mean, let's put ourselves in Lucas's shoe here. To be fair. I'm a big proponent of fairness. Okay, let's... So this is what he sees. Okay? The leader goes right about... Okay, so he already has forgotten I'm there. He saw gap, went to gap, and didn't realize you got to give me space. Very much a racing incident. Let's be very fair. Definitely not intentional on either part. Put yourself in his perspective. He does not know I'm in his blind spot. So the green light started right about here. So he's jumped the start a little early. Like, I'm gonna have to look at the footage again in full replay to see. But look how lucky I got. Look how lucky I got. And nothing was said on voice chat. Nothing was said on voice chat. So, let's see. I'm gonna look at what happened to his car. He doesn't know I'm there. And boom, and I broke his
When it
suspension.
fucking goes green.
So, apologies about language. It's a racing incident. I'm happy he got third. I'm happy he got third. The racing gods were generous to both of us. So pretty much, very much a racing incident. It worked out for both of us though. So, all right, but P2. Hey, yay to P2. All right, so let me get the. Let me cut over. I use Twitch Studio Beta, so I don't use OBS. So I don't have the smoothest of scene transitions yet. We're working on it. All right, here we go. So view results. All right, there we go. I lost 500. I'm okay with that. But here's the big thing: 53 I rating. So I'm going to cut in low strength of field. I had to execute. Lucas got 46. I'm very happy he did. John Mudford, who was Division 10, he got 4th. Right on. Now, DQ'd, and Jared disconnected early. And Raphael, I don't know if he had done enough practice, to be fair. Aiden started well, but had his issues. Kind of a typical thing. But the key part is 53 precious I rating points. So what I'm going to do here is cut over and show you why this result is so important. So let me go ahead and try to get the spreadsheet open. I'm going to get the I rating thing open. So let's start with the spreadsheet. That's probably the fastest way I'm going to be able to do this. So here's why that's important. So if you look at that red typeface, minus 33, the I rating gain is 53. So now I get to say 20. I'm still going to leave it red because that tells me I had a protest I need to deal with. So as you see, I need to do ESS. IMSA, I got away with 1 point. Lucky. Very lucky. So right now I'm ahead for the week. And my I rating, 996. So last week we went plus. It was only 2. And that's because of the ESS ding we got. But Le Mans is coming. So I'm hopeful for some good results. So with some reasonable outcomes, we'll be back in 4 digits again. So anyway, my friends, I'm going to call it good. Thanks for your support on the channel via Discord. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe. Make sure you take care of yourself and one another. Bye for now.